Hey there, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here, but you can call me Pajama Grandma. In case we haven't met yet, go and put hashtag pajama in the comments below. So it's the first time you're being exposed to the Pajama Grandma. Check out this cute cup. Christmas present from my sister. I love it. Well, from my nephew, which is really from my sister, right? Anyway, today is day 342 of What's She Up To Now. My transition from the offline, brick and mortar, corporate world, super traditional, engineer, nerdy type stuff, to the online world of internet marketing, coaching, consulting, helping people grow their businesses. It's been an interesting ride and transition. And 2018 has been the year of, oh my goodness, it's got me all choked up. It's been a really roller coaster year. I think I swallowed my coffee funny. But it has been a total roller coaster year. There have been really high highs and really low lows. And I'm actually really excited for 2019 to roll around because I've narrowed my focus. I've gotten really clear on what I do for people and how I can help them and how I'm going to present that to the world through online marketing. And that is through a series. It was going to be just one little virtual summit for my group. And it's turned into at least a 4 or 5 part summit, women's summit for women business owners and female entrepreneurs in 2019. First one's going to be in January. I'm recording for it now and doing interviews now, and getting the process and the system in place so that the second one, the third one, the fourth one, and the fifth one and beyond go really, really smoothly. And so I can get people to help me with the future ones. I'm learning it, putting the processes and the systems in place, which is totally my thing. And then I'll be able to get help because the system's in place. So if the system for the second one is in place, I can actually hand that off to a virtual assistant and say, okay, here's the processes, here's the procedures, here's the system. Go ahead and line up the interviews. And then all I have to do is step in and do the interviews. Boom. That works for me, right? I love that part. That's my favorite, most fun part. So I'm excited to do that part. Is the first one kind of hard? Yeah, because I've never done it before. I got to figure every piece and every component of it out. But do I love that? Yes, because it's really fun and really challenging. Have I hit roadblocks and stumbling blocks, and have I made mistakes and messed stuff up? Absolutely, of course. Have I dawdled on some things? Have I been not setting priorities in the right order? Yeah, of course, because that's how projects go. Projects don't go from point A to point B with no little hiccups or no obstacles. It's just not realistic to think that they would. And if you expect them to, you're setting yourself up for failure. You have to know that there's going to be challenges, and it's totally up to you how you handle them and how you figure them out, because everything is figure outable. Everything on this planet is figure outable. There isn't anything that happens to us that there isn't a solution for. We might not always love the solution, but there's always a solution. And even if the solution is that we only have to change our mind and our perspective and our perception and the way we look at something, that's very powerful. Sometimes that's the most powerful thing that we can do. And it's always the easiest. It seems like it's the hardest, but it's always actually the easiest thing we can do because it's 100% within our control. So today, I titled this Plan, Do, Check, Act, Repeat, because after, God, I've been out of college at least 35 years. How old am I? At least 35 years. So I still go back to the plan, do, check, act, repeat model. I learned that in college. I was trained to be an engineer and a quality engineer. And so one of the things that they pound into your head is this creation cycle or this improvement cycle. So it's a continuous improvement cycle. And it is plan, do, check, act, plan, do, check, act, plan, do, check, act, repeat, plan, do, check, act, continuously improve. And so I find that whenever I'm doing anything new, I actually subconsciously revert to that model and I apply it and I use it in so many things that I do. It's kind of comical, but it's because it works. It's simple. It's easy to remember. It's easy to implement. It's easy to do. And it's 100% effective. It's so effective that it's crazy not to use it. It's kind of like the decision-making tool. Everybody makes fun of it, but it's the plus and minus decision-making tool. You take a piece of paper, you write a line down the middle, plus on one side, minus on the next, and then you brainstorm out all the reasons to do something, all the reasons not to do something. And I love it when people criticize me for teaching people that model, but guess what? The vast majority of human beings suck at making decisions. If they can make decisions quicker and easier and better by using a simple tool versus doing nothing, they're light years better off. So why would we not want to apply something and use something that is so simple and so effective? You know, the world likes to complicate everything. Everybody wants to complicate everything so that they can sell their unique solution to stuff. But guess what? That doesn't give us better results. That doesn't give our customers or our clients better results. It just makes us feel good because we've created this massive, amazing, complicated system. If I ever see somebody selling me a 12-step system or more to something, I automatically say no, because that tells me they're not an expert enough in their business to boil it down to something that the rest of us can understand. They don't understand the process or the system or what they're teaching well enough to make it simple enough for all of us to understand it. Now, I've been guilty of that in the past too. When I first started my Supersize Your Business thing, it had like 30 different steps, and only because I was trying to make it a one day at a time. You can get your framework set up one day at a time if you do one simple step a day for like 30 days. And when I re-looked at it, I realized, you know what? There's really only 4 steps to supersizing your business. There's really only 4 steps. So why am I teaching people a 30-day system when they just have to understand the 4 steps and they get to decide how long each of the 4 steps are going to take them? If I'm planning something, and one thing I have learned is that the planning stage should be where you put the most effort. Everybody thinks it's the doing and the action stage, but that is 100% wrong. 80% of your effort should go into your overall plan and strategy, your value ladder, your business framework, whatever you want to call it. That's where the vast majority of your time and energy should go. And that should be the thing that you're going back to and repeating and reviewing and upgrading and changing as things change in the world around you. The planning. Now, that doesn't mean that you get stuck in this planning mode and you never do anything because all you do is plan, plan, plan. You're never going to have the perfect plan. Your plan, I can 100% guarantee you, your plan is always going to be wrong. Your plan is never going to be right. But you make a plan, you do an action, you put a piece of that plan in place and take action on it. You check and see what kind of results did you get. Did the thing that you put in place, did the part of your plan work or not? If it didn't work, act, change again, change something, and then do it again and repeat. So plan, do, check, act. You got to check and see if it worked. If it didn't work, then you take a different action. And this is a cycle. It's a circle. It's a big circle. It's like a problem-solving decision-making model. It's a circle. You never are done. We're never done with anything in our life until we're dead. And then we're still not done, by the way. But as long as we're here on life and having our life, our story is always continuing. It's never ending. Yeah, there's bad things that happen. There's bumps in the road, but we still wake up tomorrow and to live another day, to make different choices, to change things, to think differently, to create whatever it is that we want. Every day we get a new day. The past is the past. Nothing we can do about it. Now is the only time we can take action and make something happen. And the future, it's not written yet. We don't know what's going to happen in the future. But what's going to happen is going to be affected by what we do right now today. So, plan, do, check, act. I'm going to work and think a little bit about that today. I'm actually thinking about 2019 a little bit, which is very unusual for me. The last decade or so, I have not been a big planner, which I think is an outage. I think that I need to have a framework and a plan for what it is I'm doing moving forward. I make everybody I work with do that, so why the heck would I not be doing it specifically for myself? I have goals, but I need to take those goals and really notch them down and make them specific for the different areas of my life. And I need to cover all the areas of my life, not just my business, not just financial, all of them. Financial, physical, spiritual, mental, emotional, contribution. What am I missing? Contribution, mental, relationships. Oh, that's kind of because that's an improvement area for me. I need to work on relationships. So what are you working on today? What have you got going? What is important to you? Because that's what really matters. It's what is important to you and what are you doing to move you toward what it is you want in every area of your life. You know, other people will impact us. They'll tell us what they think we should do. But bottom line, the only thing that ever really matters is what you think you should do and how you feel about it. You know, we can ask people's advice. We can get people's advice. We can model other people's actions and behaviors and systems and processes and procedures. But bottom line, we always have to figure out what is right for us and do that. So that is what I'm doing today. Plan, do, check, act. Working on the Women's Summit, of course. Got a couple interviews I want to schedule and catch up on today. Got a few people I need to remind that they need to get me their interviews back so we can get the book put together for this first summit, because it's going to come up faster, and before we even know it, it's going to be here. And I want to make sure it's awesome for the women that participate. I want to make sure it's awesome for the speakers. I want to make sure it's awesome for the women that listen in and participate and learn, because this is our way to make an impact, to help other women achieve what it is that they want. And I'm really excited about it. I think it's a great project. I think it's going to have a huge impact on women business owners, because women helping women is the way we're going to get things done. And women helping women is how we're going to change this world, because a lot of the crap that's going on in this world has to change, but it's only going to change through entrepreneurs and women and people standing up and saying, no, this isn't right. We're not going to tolerate it anymore. We're not going to tolerate bullying. We're not going to tolerate, anything that's bad in the world. We're not going to tolerate wars and famine and people going hungry, which is famine. We're not going to tolerate this stuff. We're not going to tolerate gangs. We're not going to tolerate corruption. We're not going to tolerate businesses that are, and whole industries that are operating under the guise of helping people, but they're really causing more harm than they are good. And there's a whole lot of industries like that right now, and big businesses like that have to be changed. Not necessarily stopped, but they have to be changed so that they're really going back to helping the people and doing what they say they're doing, not saying something on the surface to make people feel good, but then actually doing the exact opposite for the purposes of greed and money and ego. Mostly it's ego. All right, that's it. That's my rambling for today. Go out, make it a fabulous day. And of course, I will be with you tomorrow.